freshwater mollusks, what are they good for? Absolutely, ecosystem services. All right, so hopefully that was a shocker to you all. So I'm going to give you guys a talk today about freshwater mollusks and what they're good for relative to ecosystem services on behalf of the Ecosystem Services Committee. And I want to just give you a rundown of what ecosystem services are and why it might be important to our society and why you might want to get involved with the Ecosystem Services Committee. So ecosystem services include provisioning services such as things that we need and use, such as water, wood, and food. And then also these supporting services, including nutrient recycling, primary production, and essential regulating services such as our forests providing climate regulation and water purification, and also these cultural services such as recreation, aesthetic services that we use. And these services vary in their difficulty to assess and quantify. So as we go from provisioning, regulating, supporting down to cultural services, they're more challenging to quantify how people value these services and how to put it into any sort of monetary framework. And we know that freshwater mussels provide these important functions, and that's been shown in a lot of different literature. And this includes these provisioning services such as products from the shell, regulating services such as water purification through their filter feeding, supporting services including their provisioning of habitat and nutrient recycling, and also aesthetic experiences such as finding their shells or spiritual enrichment. And freshwater snails also provide these important functions, but they're also very understudied, and we need to do better at quantifying their role in providing ecosystem services. So they are important for these regulating services such as water purification and controlling algal blooms. They also provide these essential supporting services such as nutrient cycling and food for many aquatic organisms, as well as these cultural services I mentioned with freshwater mussels. And both of these groups, as we know well in the society, are both highly imperiled. And previous work has indicated that species richness within taxonomic groups enhances ecological function. So whether it's bacterial and algal communities to caddisflies, we know that biodiversity has a role in driving the provisioning of ecosystem functions and thus services. And we need to better communicate this to the public. And so some goals of our committee is to describe the ecosystem services provided by mollusks and define current and future research directions in order to better inform methodologies for integration into an ecosystem services framework. Also, we hope to work with the outreach committee to disseminate this information regarding the importance of mollusks to society, and update and potentially publish values and replacement costs of mollusk communities. And so some potential future plans include an ecosystem service themed FMCS workshop. So hopefully that's in the works, and also a paper or an editorial piece on future directions for putting mollusks in this ecosystem services framework. So if you're interested, please come join us. We want a diversity of backgrounds and ideas, and contact me or any other members about getting involved. And so hope to hear from you, and thanks for listening.